So even though this looks okay from here, I can tell that these aren't correctly made because they're not a single closed shape. Let me show you what I mean. If I grab my pen tool and hold down Command, I can arrow click on one of these lines, and here it is in my layers. If I turn it off, it just turns off a segment. This shape should all be just one path. It should only have one layer over here. And that's pretty much the same for all of these as they're open. The problem with having open lines trying to make solid shapes is this. You see down here on the wave where this is filled in right here where it should be a curve? That's one of the problems with an open line or an open path. If you have a line that you're creating and it's set to fill but it doesn't actually come back and close on itself, it will fill directly across from that first point to the last point, and you end up with some awkward spaces. So I'm going to walk you through doing a closed space with just one line here on this one. So I've got my pen tool. I'm going to turn my stroke off. So all I'm seeing is the path when I start doing this. You will click for the first one, and then for the next one you will do a single click and drag, because after this point it's going to be curved. So click, drag, and then see how this isn't lining up quite right there? Hold down Command and adjust those handlebars, and I think this is where you're ending up with a lot of different lines, is you're probably clicking off and then just starting up again with a new line. So did you see how that last line disappeared? That's one of the ways I know I started up with a new line. So I'm undoing. You will probably click off of your path several times. The way to continue the same line without beginning a new shape layer is to hover over that last point and see when your pen gets to be a little dot with kind of a line going through it. If you click, then it reattaches you to that line and you can continue onwards. So I'm just single clicking and holding Shift down so that I can match those perfectly straight and horizontal lines. And then anytime I get to where I'm going from a curve, from a straight to a curve, if you click and drag, that will give you those Bezier handlebars so that you can adjust the curve. So single click, single click, single click, single click. For straight spaces, all you need to do is a single click. And I'm not moving off of my line at all, so you can see in my layers I've still only got the one shape layer that this is being part of. See, so here is a single click, here's a click drag. I'm holding down Shift, which helps my line or path stay more circular, and then a single click here. And I can hold down Command at any time and click on a point if I want to adjust its handles. To continue your line, just click on the last point that you were on. So I'm going to click drag here, single click, single click, single click, single click, single click. Now these two are a little bit high, they're off of my shape, so I'm going to grab my white tool by holding down Command and just getting those little points and moving them down, and then adjusting any handles that I need to so that that stays the way I want it. Now I've clicked again on my last point so that I can continue this line without creating a new shape. So here's where it becomes a closed shape. When you hover over your very first dot that you place, you should get a little O by your pen tool. When you click, that makes a closed shape. So now if I set the fill, it will fill the way I expect it to, and it's all just one layer. So if you're getting multiple layers out here, you know you're not continuing your path line, and you have to continue your path line to make these objects for this assignment. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email If you need me to go over another one of these, just let me know.